What's up, people? Welcome to week 5 sync. We're going to discuss today going from your first draft to editing it and looking it over and the different tools you can use to help you with that, and then submitting it. Okay, so let's get started. I want to make sure that we have plenty of time that I go over everything and make all my expectations very clear, because that's the goal. Clarity. I want you to know exactly what it is that I'm expecting. Okay? All right, so let's get to it. All right. So let's look at first list of assignments and due dates. Okay. Here is this week. All right. Oh wait, we did that. Okay. No. All right. So you're not even submitting it in this week. We are just peer reviewing and editing. I'm gonna go over editing papers. I'm gonna demonstrate that with someone's paper today. Jocelyn, I read your paper and I really enjoyed it. And so, and since it's published publicly on the discussion board, I didn't change your name. So I'm using your paper. Sorry, but also, I guess you should be kind of lucky because you're going to me to do it. Okay. So I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over using easybib.com to do your works cited page. And then I'm going to talk about the peer review process that I want you to do this week to help each other out. All right. So here we go. Okay. Go to our page. Oh, not that page. Here it is. Okay, here we go. Go to lessons. Okay. So you're going to be switching back and forth between week 4 and week 5. Go to week 5. And here is the peer review rubric. Okay. Click on that and download it. And this is also the submission. People is interesting. I've noticed a lot of people were kind of having some problems understanding where to submit your work. If you go to the actual, this has the assignment, and it is also where you submit your work. Okay. So download the rubric, which I have already right here. Maybe. Yeah, right here. Okay. Essay 1 peer review rubric. Okay. And then what you do is you go to week 4. You go to the essay 1 drafts where you're supposed to have uploaded a draft. Okay. Now, listen, I want to be very clear about this. I don't read everybody's rough draft. We do the peer review for you to get some feedback. And I'm going to show you also what you should do about using the writing lab, which I'm going to go over in a moment. But like, I don't actually read all of your drafts. I don't have time to read every single person's draft and then grade every single person's final draft. Okay. So I split up between 2 ways. One is the peer review, which I'm going to go over in a moment. And then it's suggesting you to go to the writing lab, which I'm going to go over also. Okay. I give you a grade for having a draft completed. So if you get a 100 for this assignment, for the having submitted a rough draft, that's just like a completion grade. You submitted it, so I gave you credit for it. Okay. But that does not mean, though, that I read your first draft. Okay. All right. So what you do is that you go to someone's paper and you just pick it, and you reply to them and say, "Hey, I'm going to edit your paper." So let me see if I can find this one that I came across randomly. I just randomly clicked on it, and I actually really like to hear this. Okay, essay 1 draft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to reply to her and say, I will perform the peer review on your paper. Okay. All right. So now once you tell someone that you'll perform the peer review on their paper, you've called shotgun on their paper. Okay. That means that like no one else can edit their paper. Unless we get to a point where there's not enough people. Like, what's going to happen is I might have 80 students, but only maybe 60 of y'all have submitted your actual rough draft, your first draft, but all 80 of you are trying to complete this assignment. That means there's going to be like 20 papers, 20 people who can't claim a paper. Okay. So once every single person paper has been claimed, and there's no more papers to be claimed, then we can start doubling up. Okay. But for now, though, if you're going on to claim a paper, you need to look at every single, try to see if you can find one that no one has said, I'll perform the peer review for. Okay. Because we don't want like 4 people performing the same review for one person, and then like there's like all these other people who have no one to perform a peer review on. All right. Okay. So what you do is let me find my rubric. Okay, here's my rubric. These are the things that you are reading for. You are not reading for grammar. Okay. You're not reading for like an editor necessarily, because you might not even have those skills, which I don't blame you. There's a lot of people who don't have those skills. All right. You're reading for finite things that is check off. Okay. You're going to go through their paper and you're going to look at MLA formatting, last name capitalized and page numbers in top right corner of each page. Yes or no. Okay. So let me pull up her paper, because like I said, we're gonna do this. Let me just reopen it back up. Okay. So the first thing is last name capitalized and page numbers in top right corner of each page. Okay. All right. Right here, last name. Oh, this is page 4. And then it's not here on each page. See? Okay. So we go to the top of this page. It's not there. It's not there. Okay, it's only on the first page. So that's a problem. So I'm going to highlight this no. Okay. Oops. No. Just the no. Just this. Okay. That's a no. Heading correct. Yes or no? Writer's first and last name. Mr. Byers. English 702. September 19th, 2020. Oh, that should be 2023. Whatever the due date is. Let's see. The due date is actually for this paper is the 17th. Okay, so we can fix the date. But honestly, I don't even care, really. Honestly, I just want to see that you have your first and last name, my name, the class, and a date on there. Okay, it begins at the far left margin, not indented. So look here. Okay, so we have first and last name, my name, the class, and the date. Cool. And then this is on the same line as this right here. Cool. All right, that sounds great. So I will take this and do yes. Double spaced. Is the whole essay double spaced? Well, let's see here. Okay, the whole essay is double spaced. All right. That's good. Someone put yes. The whole thing is double spaced. No additional spaces between lines. Okay. Notice here, this chunk between the title and the first sentence, this is a larger chunk than between each line. Same thing here. If you notice these paragraphs, this is a larger space than like between here. Okay, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. So I would say no additional. I'll say no. Okay, there are additional spaces, but that needs to be fixed. Every paragraph is indented. Well, we can see right here, this is not indented. That's indented. This one's not indented. This is not indented. That's not indented. So that's a problem. So we would say every paragraph indented. Nope. Y'all, this is all very easy stuff. You are not having to even necessarily you're not editing for grammar or sentence construction, those kind of types of things. These are very much like just one thing at a time, and we're separating it all. So you're just checking one thing, and you can give it a very objective eye. Left or justify alignment? Well, let's see. Yep, it is justified because see, this is straight down. This looks so good. I love it when it's justified. I don't like left. Left is technically correct. Left is technically MLA, but to me, it looks like a mountain range or jagged teeth. So this is correct. So I'd say yes. All right. Okay. So comments optional. I could say things, listen, that like, hey, the page numbers and your last name are not on pages 2 through 4. And the page number on page 1 is incorrect. Okay. Your first paragraph is indented, but all of the rest of the paragraphs are not. Okay, I can, you can put comments if you want to. You don't have to though. Just by something doing yes, no, that sort of thing is what's important. All right. Those are the things that like will help your partner see it. Okay. And it's always good to grade other people's because like when you're editing your own, you're really focused a lot on what you're trying to say. And sometimes you miss some of these little things. And as I discussed to a different student this week, the reason why I stress MLA formatting so much is because it's an absolute requirement for this course set off by the school. In 1102, the very first week of 1102, you will take a MLA quiz, and you have to make at least an 80 on this MLA quiz before it unlocks the work for 1102. All right, and the quiz is written by the school. The school emphasizes strongly that one of the main skills you learn is setting up your paper in MLA formatting. Okay, so it's not buyers being like OCD about it. This is the school itself. Blame Gwinnett Tech. Don't blame me. All right, paragraph 1, personal anecdote, personal narrative. Does it tell a story from the writer's life? Yes or no? Okay, so we go here. First paragraph. I'm going to describe the moment I learned my father had a different opinion of me due to my gender. I was around 13 years old, and I was the oldest child in my family. I was the only girl, and I thought I was superior for being the oldest. I was incorrect. On a random Saturday, my dad saw me and my brother in the kitchen. He questioned, "Why aren't you getting your brother food?" I laughed at that query since I assumed he was making fun of me, but he continued, "You're the girl. You should be getting him food." I was shocked. Okay. So this clearly is the story from the writer's life. So yes. Does it make sense? So as I read it, I felt about her feelings. What does Jim to do with it? The example my father was setting for my young brother. That moment indicated that he could just ask me to make him food because I'm a girl. If my brother had taken after him, he too would have perceived women as people who spent their lives in service to others. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So I read it. I understood it. Yep, it makes sense. Is it close to 250 words? Yes or no? So if you are doing a PDF, okay, the PDF might make it difficult for you to be able to know if it is that much. Like I could, you can download it, save it, okay? But also I can tell you this though, where is this example that I was doing? I wrote an essay 1 example. Okay, yeah. So like, I'm gonna post this for y'all. This paragraph that I wrote is 237 words, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lines. This paragraph that I wrote is almost 300 words, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So pretty much like 13 to 15 lines is about 250 words. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a quarter. So I'm sure that's about right. Okay. So I would just say yes. Okay. If you're grading a PDF, it's essentially more than 250 is great, slash more than 13 lines per paragraph. Okay. Is it about a clear topic? Yes, it is about one topic. Okay. And then I can add some comments. Your comments don't also have to be just on tips. It could be like, I really liked, or you can be responding if you want to, I understand why you were pissed about this encounter. I would feel the same way, and that I'm not here to serve anyone just because of a quality that I was born with. Like you can leave a comment that's about what they wrote, or you can leave a comment, a tip. Okay. Paragraph 2 definition. Is the paragraph about the topic from the previous paragraph? Does this paragraph attempt to define or explain the subject? And then also, is it long enough? Here, misogyny is a word used to describe men who have negative connotations about women. Well, there's a definition for you. And the whole thing, the effects of misogyny, it creates barriers. Misogyny also affects men indirectly because it promotes men as being dominant. Okay, yeah. So the whole paragraph is about misogyny. So I would write yes. It does attempt to define it. Yep.
Good morning, students and staff.
Oh, y'all, hold on.
On September 11th, 2001, our nation was forever marked by tragedy as a result of
hold on one second.
New York and Washington. In order to honor those who perished and to uphold the patriotism of the brave men and women of our army.
Okay. Or we had a moment of silence for September 11th. Okay, so so you go through the rest of the essay and you read what it says on the rubric. Is a paragraph about the topic from the previous paragraphs. So this paragraph attempts to explain one or more examples. Okay. And yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Okay. And then is there a use of an outside source in one of the paragraphs? And if we go back to this,